start a new one because this is going to be for next week. Where's Macmarine? I don't know. Nah, his waifu is actually my waifu, but that's Holo from Spice and Wolf. So, like, actual animated Rory? Yes. Now, I will be honest. I'm never going to bring it up again until we actually get to the second gate up, but I wanted to, you know, reward the people that watch me on Mission Dev and actually watch the Mission Dev videos in the back. There's a lot we do. Which, hell, I mean, since I'm here and I'm on the mood, I'm going to shoot Karma a message real quick. Also, Kama, let me know if you want me to set up a masterclass for your other Zeuses, because I really do not mind showing them how I do things, Kama, especially if it means I can occasionally take a day off, Kama. I know Bloodwing would really appreciate that! Exclamation point. Good to hear, Devour. Just tell me how much, because I'm literally going to take the higher end of your estimate, throw it in a D-goal, and if we don't make it then, I'll just add it to the pay for pain that's due in December. So, speaking of, let me actually go over what we're doing in December. So, let me bring all this up, because this is going to be fun. So, first and foremost, we have the gate up. I don't know when we're going to run that, but that's going to be sometime in the weekend. Definitely a weekend up because I want to keep that player base high. I've got another guy that reached out to me on Discord who wants to add a few people. Funny enough, he recommended I use Sparky's old mod. I don't know. I don't think I've brought Sparky up before, but he is one of Barbarian's associates that I also know, who we occasionally saw when we would play the weekend ops with him. Sparky, Captain Contractor was in there, you know, friends of mine. But Sparky is actually a really big expert on turning or making gate ops, and he literally has retextured both of those JSDF mods into assets for gate. And I completely forgot about it when I made the first iteration. So I'm going to be redoing the kits. I've got other things I'm going to do with the AO. But here's the thing. It's going to be like a city attack. So it's going to be a much bigger mod set because I have to get those assets in. So we're probably going to see TIOW in there for the fantasy mods and all this other stuff. But I'm trying my best to still optimize it where I can. It's just that's very difficult to do, you know? So we've got that going. There's going to at least be one special op that's like Kaspersky. Now, if you don't know what Kaspersky is, it is an op that, I forget who in TMTM made it, but it's basically a VR mission where you're basically trying to reset the TMTM op server. No, it's not that one. No, that's my play on it. You're basically, every squad is a random antivirus theme, and you're going through someone's computer, shooting OP4 units who are quote-unquote viruses, and you're trying to fix the computer by rebooting certain systems. Really cool concept. I took that and modified it with my version, which was, we were all mid-op, and then the server rebooted for some weird reason and corrupted the file. So I used a bunch of stuff from RHS to basically make a bunch of different quote-unquote mod sets within the server, and it went from taking this one AO and restarting one system to then doing a Warthog run on a bunch of aircraft carriers to then getting into World War II and fighting trench warfare utilizing RHS assets to make, you know, some Germans with MG42s and Kar 98s. And then the rest I don't remember, but then I really, like, twisted all the buildings and made, like, some really weird CQC, all leading up to restarting the server, which I then literally just did hashtag missions to restart the server, and that was Index. I'm gonna make another mission like that. Except it's going to have elements of Reforger in it, because I was sent an email a few days ago by one of our Bohemian overlords giving me 5 keys to basically give away. And she asked if I could look into Reforger again, which there's some ideas I have for making Reforger content. I've been busy. But I'm thinking by the end of the month, maybe I'll be able to get into it. We'll see what Dark Tide's Trader's Curse Part 2 update brings, and we'll see how my schedule is. Because I've already been saying for the past few days, my schedule is about to get very, very hectic because it's December and family comes in the way, but there's also going to be some permanent shifts because Bloodway and I are going to tweak our schedules a bit together because she wants more time together. So that's why we haven't run an op on Monday in a while, because that's been kind of like a stitch fix, but again, we'll see. So, you know. I am seriously debating, though, dropping Monday altogether. But I might also do Tuesday, and it's going to depend on the schedule. So, we'll see. But I need to figure out, you know, I want to keep our training program going. That was on hiatus for about a month. We instead ran some tagged ops. But, you know, I just got to reintegrate everything. And again, we'll see. We will see. And dwarves, I also have something like that in mind. But we also have a pay for pain. I'd love to get another checkpoint RP or an MCO off the ground, because we were in the process of doing that and then the server just kind of imploded. And I couldn't figure out why, so I kind of held off on holding anything else that was large scale. I still have the World War II checkpoint RP done and ready to go. I just never got around to finishing the damn thing. Wait, no, I want to do a Rifleman Garrison too, because it's still looking very bare bones in there. Hey, Wolfie, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a hot second. Hope everything is going A-okay with you. And I haven't even gone over what this mission is going to be. I think I did in, like, the beginning of the... No. No, I did in the previous op, but I'll go over it again. Okay. Hold on, I'm thinking of myself right now. Did you clear the inventory of those boxes? No, but they have AK mags in them, which fits for the hostile faction having AKs. Yes, they're technically a different texture, but POG doesn't really give a shit about those smaller details, so I can get away with them. But yeah, otherwise I would have to clear the inventory of those boxes, or I would change them into ammo boxes that I would have template on the top right of the map when I built the kit if I really cared, but POG doesn't. Therefore, I don't have to. I'm going to be honest, when he's used for so many different communities, that's kind of the norm. If the community doesn't care, then you don't have to.
Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
It's so early, not like this.
Ian, I'm sorry, broski. 3-month resub, though. I appreciate it, my man. Always a pleasure to have a member of our Twitch overlords here to make sure that I'm not doing anything inappropriate. Save me. Anyway, hope you keep enjoying the operations, broski, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, he's Pacific, so he would be like, it's 9 o'clock for him right now. AM. Oh. Yeah, it's 1 minute away from 9 a.m. I'm gonna set him to move. So here's the thing. I don't set these guys to 0 health because it all puts them in the same animation. It looks kind of tacky. So what I'll do is I'll just end key them. In the scenario itself. And, you know, I'll put a little bit of detail, because this is going to be very... Yeah, this is going to be another 20-minute dev video otherwise. These textures kind of float because the ground's a little awkward, whatever. Again, POG doesn't really care for the really minor details. Like, they're not going to be anal about things. They can just appreciate it. Just gonna... do I not have one for... There we go. Cool. Alright, let's get our map markers in order at that point. And then after I get the map markers, I'll explain this operation, and then I'm going to switch gears to another mod set. Have I actually done any assets or editing something in Blender? Yes, Ham, but I don't... I'm a novice at that. I had to do it in college for other reasons. I looked into potentially doing it in Arma 3, but that's something that it's easier for me to outsource that and then work on other things on the side because that's tedious, let's be honest. So... You know, I'd rather get that with other people's set, you know? For example, if I need like a model or something done, I go to Devour Kane, I'll go to Everick. I've got other people that I can just say, hey, here's what I need, can you do it? And then they'll tell me yes or no, and sometimes they'll throw in a price tag, especially if it's Devour King, but that's because I also respect what he does. Everick, he'll just tell me, yeah, it'll probably be in the next 3 CV Factions update. Krosk, Neko, Six, they just like doing it, but sometimes I'll pay them. If it's a big, big project, for example. I'm just trying to think what I want to work with here. I'm going to make this foolproof. This is definitely going to be a longer mission, though. Border that. Border that. The hell? It didn't copy paste, that's why. That or accidentally drag, I don't know. I'm gonna redo that one. Okay, just making sure I have 2 selected. I'm worried that the brief is going to be too complex for these chuckleheads. Probably spelled recommended wrong, but whatever. And then part 4 is there. All right. So, simple way how this mission is going to be done. Again, staging points down here. Previous mission, which we're running today, they're coming out. They're basically attacking these 2 depots to destroy the vehicle buildup. That causes the front line to pull back. That also causes all the units that chased them out in the previous operation up here to pull in, to come in from the south, come in from the north. Blue 4 pushes the advantage and tries to take this front compound here. With just some minor attacks, not with the intent of taking that position, but rather to keep these forces pinned here and reinforcing, but also to allow Blue 4 to retake their boarding crossing positions. It would actually be a stretch for that position to be taken at that point, but basically Blue 4 starting to interdict inside, which causes this to be an issue. This weekend's this area, so POG is going to come in. They're going to sweep these areas. Again, I'll have an infantry squad or 2 and Kruger itself to take. Then they'll take the lab back, and then they'll take this position, eliminate all those forces there. Then, phase 2, once they establish a good enough spearhead, and they can call for Blue 4 to reinforce them at any time, They will then go in. We need to preserve this bridge because the next AO is going to be here and basically hitting QRF teams that come in. So the bridge has to stay intact, so Blue 4 basically, or POG, excuse me, needs to basically engage forces that are going to come down from this area. So I'm actually going to state it like that and tell them... Bridge must survive. They have to ambush forces as they're coming out, but they're not going to be coming for a while from those positions there. So I'll put this on the edge, actually. Then they need to run over here, basically air cav over, and then they need to ambush another wave of reinforcements that are going to come from up here, from the front line, take those out before they can hit Blue 4 elements, and then they'll index over here with a quote-unquote friendly position, but as you saw, it's not friendly. Any Warhammer tonight, we'll see. Trader's Curse Part 2 comes out tonight, so we'll see what entails with that update. But that is the second mission done. And you know what? I'm